Burke, Bujangel, Jamarcus Lawrence, Price, Peterson, and Bujangel set to tip things off, and Nebraska gonna track it down. It's Mass pulls it down, back out to Lawrence. Kick out to Hoiberg for three. That one goes all the way in and down. Burke, Bujangel there to take away by Nebraska. Here comes Lawrence pushing it back the other way. Kick out. Sanford for three. That one's good. McCain, kick out to Lourdes for three, off the mark. Mass working inside, lays it up and in. Lawrence over to Bujangel, working inside.
There you see, good job by Midland there.
Kick
Digging
out
for McCain.
Lawrence, three, off drive out to Bujangel, swinging it around. Mass again, working inside, goes with the left hand this time. Sanford knocks it down again. Knocked away by Midland. McCain all the way, gets the roll. We're swinging it around. Roselle for three, too strong.
3-point attempts they've had.
One-on-one inside for Mast. Here comes the double. Too physical inside. Jake.
A little easier to say Oogie, and certainly really talented, big, has had a little bit of back issue. Now they have Sanford playing for, so Coach Hoiberg has elected to go a little smaller here in the second rotation.
Three no good, and another.
Two more defensive-minded, so I think Coach Hoiberg is going to have a lot of versatility with that front line.
Three for Jamarcus Lawrence off the.
Will even out.
8 on the shot clock. There's Orr, pulls it, and that's good. Midland pushes back the other way. Orr on the take. Wow.
A long season, you love to have 10, 11, 12 players that can contribute. However, coaches probably aren't going to play that many. So, a lot of these guys are fighting for prominence or even competitive practices. I think the deeper teams get better throughout the season because you're having competitive. Nebraska doesn't do a good job of adjusting.
Esijan to the rim.
Yeah, similar action. Careless with the basketball.
16-10 Nebraska. Wow, what a.
That's what Braden is going to bring to the group. Really an explosive player, active on the backboard. Also outscoring Nebraska in the paint 10-8 right now.
Also notable, won't be available tonight, but how about Alec Noonan, the twin?
The Husker family there.
Frager goes 2 for 2, 18-12 to Roselle. 10 on the shot clock. Roselle kick out, knocked away off Nebraska.
On the shot clock to finish this possession.
Roselle for three, short. Oogie with the rebound.
When the shot's not falling, I think they have to have that better mindset there. Esijan does a better job of turning down that three, at least getting into the lane.
Goes down. Numbers for Midland.
Probably look for Lawrence to maybe get back on the court here. Hoiberg, some of those veteran kids. Hoiberg would probably run something here for either Esijan or Mass to get a look. Good screen by Mass there.
And just
which is good growth and development for each player. But credit Midland. I feel like they've been aggressive. They've put
Blue back the other way. Pulls out to Mast. Frager for three. That one's in. Jacobs it over to Frager. Frager pulls it again. Back-to-back threes for Braden.
And embrace it. Good things can happen.
Kane back in for Midland. Roselle to the rim. Blocked away. Blue over to Frager. Another one.
A Mass type game. Go 7-8 from the three.
Frager into double figures, 11 points, and Burke's all alone inside. Nice pass by Ring.
Running offense, turning the ball over. He brought Mast in, and he just stabilized everything. He's gotten Frager a couple threes. He's been able to get ball.
Or bounce pass out to
rotation there, able to attack for the layup.
Mass for three. Drains it.
And made a terrific defensive play.
Roselle kick out to Orr, swinging it around. Lourdes. Nozel inside, again out. Muhammad knocks down to three.
Oh, but again, at the college level, shooting threes in a rhythm so important. And, learning opportunity again, you're capturing film, bring some physicality, getting to the rim. And I think Garcia is another one that has to come in and
Marcus Lawrence. Kick it out to Garcia. The lane short, loose ball. Simons tracks it down. So Midland with another look at it. Roselle to the rim.
Yeah, the first time that Nebraska is playing Berke at the 5. Mass goes out. Garcia is playing the 4.
To Garcia for three. Hoiberg, offensive rebound. Kick out to Sanford. Money.
A little bit more just with the size and length of Nebraska. But certainly Coach Irwin can, a few of those turnovers can be eliminated just with, better count. Lawrence is probably our one natural point guard. So they're just kind of extending to see if that would bother this group and getting into offense.
Sanford inside.
Sanford, teams are going to run him off the three-point line.
Wow, set. Kick out to Uge for three. Garcia with the rebound.
Sanford and Lawrence played over 30. I could see those minutes, not getting to that point in this game. And I think, that was probably part of the message. Coach Hoiberg is getting more downhill, getting more paint touches.
Basketball here with 2.4 seconds left on the shot clock. Lourdes for three. Misses everything. Sanford inside, layup, no good.
Midland really pushed in transition.
Another turnover, numbers again for Midland. Foul on Lawrence. Two for two for Anthony Simon. Lawrence to Sanford for three. Knocks it down.
Yeah, that open shots, and then a season can come in and run a lot of the same action. But going back to Hoiberg, he's just a really smart defender.
Mass with the rebound, and Huskers gonna push back the other way. Over to Sanford, another three. He's fouled.
Two areas where the defense doesn't have alertness of where you're at. And you have Sanford on the other, certainly, three really, really good shooters.
Hoiberg again. And offensive foul, Berke.
And Nebraska just not sure if they're switching that or staying, just poor communication. Midland's been able to execute that action a couple different times. Also have a sideline out of bounds possession.
Sanford. Lawrence on the drive, kick out. Sanford. Back to Lawrence for three from the corner. That's good.
We're going to need him to, Jamarcus is going to play a lot of minutes at that one position. So, if we can get our
4-3 for Braden Frager. 59-30 Nebraska. And tremendous upside. I know they're excited about his potential. Gets the second one. Rahman, kick out, knocked out of bounds off Nebraska, so stays Midland basketball.
See Leo able to rotate over and block a shot from help side.
Nice extra pass from Frager to Lawrence.
The Season got 20 against BYU, and then Sanford gets 12. So to now get Frager, we have 5 in double figures, or a night where 2 or 3 players are different in double figures, and that's going to make him hard to scout.
Another offensive rebound, pulls it out to Sejan. Kick over to Jacobson for three. Too strong. Sejan inside to Curtis. And a nice hedge down there on the defensive end. High school. Curtis over to Frager, another three on the way, knocks it down. Blue knocks it out, Jacobson. Kick over to Blue, extra pass over to Frager. He is back the other way. Sejan for three. Connor Sejan getting in on the
learn, grow. Certainly a challenge in a Nebraska team that's predicted to be successful in the Big Ten Conference.
McCain. Dozal loses it. Sejan looking inside for Curtis. Out to Garcia, extra pass over to Frager. He's almost loose ball, Midland basketball. Bounce back up to Rahaman. Inside to.
They've been able to get their kick out for some threes. And they've also been able to get the 6-foot freshman also checking into the game.
Blue out to Garcia. Garcia on the take. Strong finish. Muhammad inside to Roselle. And Gavin Olson steps out of bounds. Rahman kick out. Roselle three. That's good. Nice play.
Really competed on the defensive end.
Frager picks up the foul.
14 of 42. I don't know if coach is going to love 42 of the 60 being three-point attempts, but I do think
stat sheet.
Yeah, even the post. Ugi's hasn't played a lot, but has been a capable shooter.
Misses the first one.
Yeah, a lot of tools. Certainly. College basketball has gotten old. It's hard for freshmen to come in. Practice, he's done a lot of really good things.
Steal by Roselle, back the other way. Takes it in and jump ball.
Than what you've probably seen as a high school player. So those two things, I think, slow you down early because you're trying to figure it out, and then the game gets a little.
They come in here. It's an adjustment period for them as well, learning this defense.
It is. It's conceptually they do some things a little different. Yeah, he's really one of the brighter defensive minds in the country, and is creative, and probably some Midland alum living in the Lincoln area as well. But yeah, Midland's had two of the more athletic plays in this game. A couple.
40-point lead for Nebraska, approaching the 4-minute mark. Rhymes inside. There's an athletic play for the
25 on our schedule, and 7 more that are receiving votes. So certainly, be a challenging non-conference and conference slate.
Loose ball. Midland three, and that one's good.
I'm sure Coach Harburg, delivered that message. And
Garcia misses the first.
An area where Midland can go back to and clean up a few.
Garcia inside, he draws a foul. I'll head back.
Yeah, I think that's the goal of exhibition games. You do want to give. Yeah, not quite where the offensive player is going to get credit for that, the very first foot that takes off. So it's going to be a little harder.
Cooper picks up his dribble. Here's Garcia on the take. Left-handed finish. And that will do it, 91-50. Nebraska over Midland in the second.
Coming back with a purpose. I feel like they did some, better things, taking care of the basketball. I think they took, looks like.
Big night for the redshirt freshman. Braden Frager leads all scorers with 21 points.